Howdy ho.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Was that a y'all must have forgot performance?
If y'all forgot, it was.
Talk about that first round, man. Obviously got dropped a little bit, but you weathered back, and you are the veteran. You fought everybody. He's this new guy. What was going on through your head going into the second round?
Gotta whoop this guy's ass, or he's gonna whoop mine first. Nobody wants to get hit in there, but how can you avoid it when the game is to hit your opponent, right? Outside of using skill and tactic and all that other stuff. Maybe hitting him more than he hit me, hitting him before he hits me, hit him harder, knock him out in the first second of the fight. They don't have to worry about all the other rounds, right? But it's a fight game, you know what I mean? It's not going to be easy. It's inherently going to be hard the higher in ranking we get. And this is UFC. So, we say up-and-comer and all that other stuff, but the next up-and-comer can be the next champion. Dracus was an up-and-comer at one point. The last two people who beat me, the first of the last two people who beat me just beat the previous champion. You know what I mean? Hall of Famer champion, legendary champion. You know what I mean? So it happens. But I was able to weather the storm, like you said, and come out on top.
Well, what was the game plan coming into the fight?
The game plan was to not stand in front of him and get hit. I guess I had to get reminded after that first round. Not get hit and not give up too much space, time, trying not to get hit, right? Moving around and just moving around. Not moving around to set myself into position to get to work, you know what I mean? And the job is to hit my opponent, fight him, finish him, and that's it.
It seemed like he was slowing down at the end of the second round. Did you feel that in there?
Yes, I felt him slow down, and it felt good. Finally, somebody who's actually going to slow down in a fight.
There was a lot of talk, at weigh-ins, this dude is humongous, and obviously you're a former heavyweight. Were you surprised at how big this dude is?
No, man. When I saw 6'3" on the thing, and I've seen Gregory fight before, the dude is huge, so... I'm used to that. I'm one of the smaller ones in my family. My brothers are bigger than me. My cousins are all taller and bigger than me. It's nothing to me. So seeing big, tall people is not something I'm like, oh, you're so big and tall. You know what I mean? The bigger and taller you are, the harder they can fall, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. We didn't get to hear your post-fight interview much. Did you say if you wanted to fight anybody next? Did you call anybody out?
I didn't say anybody specifically, but if you were to look at the rankings, I would like a ranked opponent for sure. I think I'm definitely going to get a ranked opponent after that victory. I would like somebody ranked higher than me. Unfortunately, all the people ranked higher than me are either in line to get a title shot or going to wait for a title shot or just beat me. So, but I'm not going to rule anything out. Shoot, if they say, hey, Jared, we need you to fight Dracus next for the belt, I'm like, hell yes, I'm ready.
Do you foresee rematches in your future? Sean Strickland, Izzy, something like that?
Yeah, well, 4 people in the rankings ahead of me have beaten me. And I'm ranked 7. That means 3 people who I either haven't fought or beat. So 2 people who I haven't fought, Dracus and Hamzat. And the other 5 people I fought. So what was the question?
Just, do you foresee yourself rematching a Sean Strickland and Izzy?
Absolutely, yeah. With that being said, as long as I keep winning, you know what I mean? Yeah.
With that, as long as you say winning, how good does it feel to get back in the win column after your last 2 fights?
I mean, what you want, the obvious answer? It feels good.
Yes.
No, it feels great, man. It's not 2024 was losses, not just in the octagon, but I've lost in my personal life as well. So 2024, I'm so happy to put that behind me. I'm so happy that 2025 is getting off on a good note, on a good foot. Camp was really great. I learned a lot throughout camp, and the whole fight week process was awesome. I got my brothers here that energy is always great. You know, I can't replace that energy I get from my brothers. My teammates is also here. I can't replace that energy as well, the knowledge and experience that I've had with them. My wife is here. I'm feeling good, man. I won. I got the bonus. Cloud 9, outside of the pain, and you know what I mean. So
when would you like to return?
I want to take a month or two off, and then get something scheduled. So maybe in the summertime. Today is what? February, June, July, maybe.
Two last ones for me about your teammates. How happy were you to see Eric get the call?
Ooh-wee. I'm glad you brought it up because it almost slipped my mind. Eric McConaughey Jr. is in the UFC. He's going to be debuting next week in Seattle. So it's going to be good. One of the big guys who helped me grow and one of the guys who I'm helping grow. So you're going to see an exciting fight next week in Seattle. I'll be there in his corner for sure, reciprocating what he has done for me tonight because he was in my corner tonight, and I'm going to be in his corner next week.
And then finally, Jose got the win tonight, and he, him and there's several other teammates have always said, like, man, like you, not only are you a great fighter, but you're a great leader, and in that gym, in the lab, they take so much for you. So, like, I guess just knowing that so many fighters look up to you and the presence that you have, like, how does that make? I guess how does that make you feel?
Well, it's not a position that I strove to be in. You know what I mean? I feel like these are my peers, as opposed to them looking up to me, and you know what I mean. So I learn from them. I guess just as much as they learn from me. You know what I mean? So even the newest guys on the team. You know what I mean? So it's a team. That's why I love the freaking lab, dude. It's a team. The smallest guys and the biggest guys are all working together on the same mat. They're all showing each other techniques. Little guys showing big guys techniques. Big guys showing little guys techniques. And we'll see what's going to happen. It's a laboratory. We're going to mix some chemicals and see what sort of reaction we get.
Jose said that you taught him that ground and pound that he finished Connor with.
Hey, that he finished his guy with?
Yeah.
We both finished with ground and pound, didn't we? Huh? Well. Thank you, Jose, for that acknowledgement. And Jose is the man. Jose is an adamant student of the game. He seeks out people to learn from, and it's an honor to work with him. For him to try to learn from me, I'm learning from him. So reciprocity at its best, right there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How much after a battle like that, how good does that fight of the night bonus go to easing any of the pain that you might have took in there?
Well, at this point in my career, the fight of the night bonus isn't nearly as much as my regular checks.
Yep.
So it's a nice little check in my back pocket. That's for damn sure. It's good to get acknowledged. Yep. You know, that fight of the night, you know what I mean? We both went in there, went to war, and we're being compensated for it. So that's always good.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where he dropped you, where he kind of went in to grab a choke, but you obviously couldn't have been too bad because you were able to secure a defense on it pretty good. But how were those shots? I mean, were you a little shaky on any of those shots?
Well, he dropped me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few of those shots dropped me. A few of those shots rocked me. And they all woke me up, I guess, at different points of that first round.
Yeah. But you're definitely giving and taking, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was around the second round or maybe going in the second round towards the end where the back and forth certainly started seeming where it was paying more dividend on your end, where he certainly seemed like he was hurting a little bit more. Could you see that as you guys were doing those trading, that you started getting the better of those exchanges?
Yeah, I noticed he was slowing down. I noticed he was taking his foot off the gas a little bit. And he was reacting a little bit more desperately a little bit to my feints. And maybe not so much reacting, but
Yep.
I sensed a little bit of desperation in some of the shots he was trying to hit me with. Yeah, I definitely saw a few chinks in the armor.
When you get in those moments, how much does that experience and being in there and being in those situations go to help you through those situations where you might be trading and maybe you're taking some shots, but you know that you've been there before, that it's just a matter of weathering it, staying focused, and moving forward, that you'll get beyond those moments?
I never trained to get hit and then fight through that shit. You know what I mean? So I'd never go into it, okay, today we're going to get knocked the fuck out and we're going to fight our way back into victory. No, I don't think, if Coach ever said that, I'd probably walk out the door. just to give you a warning, Coach. Now, we have trained, hey, if you're getting injured, hey, what's going to happen? Yeah. You know what I mean? I've been in that situation before, and, you know, we fight on. So, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to act like I've been rocked and then try to fight out of that. Yeah. That's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? But the training that we do at the MMA lab has definitely prepared me to keep my composure, positional awareness, reactionary awareness, knowing what to do in certain situations. He knocked me on my ass. Do I sit there and fall down on my back and cover up, or do I attack wrestle? I'm gonna attack you because you can't attack me when you're defending wrestling. Yep. So, experience at play, I guess.
Yep. And just thinking about, you know, having a guy like this that, you know, I think a lot of hype was coming in. And you mentioned earlier this week you didn't like how people were sort of putting that gatekeeper term on you. But then you go out there and you get an impressive finish. So going forward, do you almost not mind as much if somebody's going to try to put that gatekeeper tag on you, but then maybe discounting or maybe not giving you enough credit?
Yeah, I don't think anybody has put that tag on me. It was just when I was doing all these interviews, the way I was answering the questions sounded as if I was a gatekeeper because you guys kept saying, you're fighting this up-and-comer and you're fighting a second up-and-comer and you're fighting another up-and-comer. You know what I mean? Doesn't that sound like, hey, you're a gatekeeper?
Yeah.
So I was just illustrating, hey, it sounds like I'm a gatekeeper. That's not how I see myself, though. That's never how I'm going to see myself. That's never what I'm going to be. I'm not a gatekeeper. I am a fighter.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with anything clever, so.
But you're also, you know, I love how you said that, you know, you don't consider you consider the up-and-comers your peers because you still feel like you're still learning new things every day. You might be 40 years old, but you still feel like you got a good bit to go in this sport.
Absolutely. I consider my teammate my peers.
Yep.
Not my opponents.
Yeah, teammates.
But we're coworkers. That's what my opponents are. We're coworkers. What was your question?
No, and now you got to take your coworkers out with that bonus.
Yes, I get to take them out. We get to share a bonus together.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy for Gregory that, you know, he was able to fight and I was able to fight and we together was able to earn that bonus together. I would have liked to have gotten a submission or knockout. Shoot, I'm not too humble for that, you know what I mean? But shout out to Gregory for putting up a good challenge and for us having a good fight.
Did you continue to exchange any words with him afterwards?
I did see him and his team, just, you know, nothing but respect for him and his team. I've seen them in different places, especially Henry and Vicente and Gilbert, his corners. All the respect to those teams. I love those guys down there, Kill Cliff. I like how they run. I mean, I've never been there, but I follow them on Instagram, and I like the team that they have. I like the way Henry runs his stuff. I just like Kill Cliff in general, you know what I mean? So they have a good relationship. Coach and Henry both have a good relationship, so yeah.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win here. Jared, Angela Hill was in here earlier, and she mentioned her support for you. And with both of your victories, 40-year-old fighters went 2-0 tonight. She posted that on her social media. So how's it like holding it for you guys?
Oh, we holding it down. You know what they say, black don't crack.
She said the exact same thing to me.
Hey, it's a universal saying. So I guess we show it and prove it, right? We show it and prove. Anyway, we're proof. But yes, shout out to Angela. Angela is awesome, man. She's hilarious. I think she's definitely should be a UFC Hall of Famer. For all of her accolades within the company, you know, her social media, her analysis, and the amazing fights that she's put on. And thank you again for those kind words and acknowledgement, Angela. And congratulations on your fight too.
It's awesome. And speaking of her, she spoke about her continued evolution as a fighter, even at your guys' age. So do you feel the same way as if you're continuing to evolve every day at your age and maybe picking up new things you didn't know yesterday?
Yes. We're martial artists, you know. If you're not a martial artist, if you're a fighter, I don't know. I'm a martial artist. So when I come in here on Saturday night and fight, it's not because I want to be a fighter. It's because I'm a martial artist, and I need to test my martial arts skill. And the UFC provides the proving ground, they say, right? The opportunity to test myself against the best in the world. So that's my approach to this thing. I'm the martial artist. I'm not UFC fighter Jared Cannonier. I'm a martial artist. You know what I mean? So, and I'm gonna apply that to mixed martial arts, and I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna keep growing. There's so much. Martial arts there is no finish line to learning. You know what I mean? There's always different ways. I can take a jab, and I can find a million different ways to apply a jab in combat. There's many different situations, circumstances that can occur that I could utilize a specific type of jab. So that analysis takes time. And here I am in the middle of it, right?
It's awesome. And you mentioned there in your post-fight interview the conversations you had with Jose Delgado when he walked into the gym. Funny enough, he actually brought those conversations up in here with us. He said that you told him that he'll be on your undercard one day, and then one day you will be on his undercard. So step one already accomplished. When do you think that step two will come?
Step two is going to come when we're both champion, and he's going to headline ahead of me.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Or he becomes champion. Either way, we're going to be on the card. He's going to headline, and we're both going to come out victorious, just like we did tonight.
All right, Jared, one back here. Right here. At Media Day, I don't think you were joking at all, but like it seemed like you were giving this almost an opening in the window what we really do here, right? You were talking about people take pleasure, they enjoy watching people get hurt, right? While you're doing the fighting and all that. Is that a reality of fighting? Is that something you like had to think about before?
That I take joy of it, or?
No. You were saying like you were talking in the media at Media Day, talking about Sean Strickland, right? His fight at 312, and how people wanted him to get hurt more, right? So what you said was that what we're doing here is people watch fights and they take pleasure from watching other people go through pain. Mm-hmm. Is that reality of fighting something you had to actually think about, maybe struggle with or dealt with?
No, I wouldn't say it's something that I struggle with. I think that's not the sentiment of everybody. I'm sure there's some sadist out there who is really enjoying what he saw tonight or she saw tonight. But I'm sure there's a martial artist out there who said, man, look at the skills on display. Look at the heart on display. Look at the athleticism on display. Respect to these men. You know what I mean? So to those I will appeal to. To the sadists, enjoy the show, but...
I got you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And congrats on the win. Just to put it in perspective, you did mention that title picture. And we saw Steve get the call for Pantoja, Roundtree get the call for Chama. How do you guys move forward knowing you might get that call 2025 because of a big win, defending your ranking and all that comes with it?
I don't know, man. The next one, I just got to win the next fight. So if it is a title fight, yippee. If it's not, hip, hip, hooray. I'm going to go in there and get to work. I'm going to get busy in camp. I'm going to learn as much as I can and try to do my best to come out victorious again.
Yes, sir. Congrats on the win and that bonus.
Thank you very much.